Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the first day of 2017, January 1 to be exact. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of us are actually excited for the year ahead. We have 365 days to make a difference in our lives. Some of us, we've already set our plans, we've already set our goals. Aren't you excited for all of these? I know I do. I'm excited for the goals I have in mind, for the targets that I've set for myself, physically, mentally, spiritually, and even financially. I'm also excited to find out what God's plan in my life is this year. So there's a lot of excitement installed for us for 2017. And I was watching a seminar by Tony Robbins a couple of days ago, and I think this is one thing that really came to my mind was when he said that sometimes we overlook what we can do in we overestimate what we can do in a year. 365 days is a lot. There's really a lot of things that you can do in your life, and because of that, we underestimate the impact that it can do in our lives for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years to be exact. And he said that all we have to do is just enjoy life and appreciate every day that we're given. I'm appreciating January 1 today. Good day, great sun, great climate today. It's not even raining, and I love the sun. I love the outdoors very much, and that's why I'm truly grateful that I lived up to this day, January 1, 2017. Now, I want to share to you something when it comes to setting your goals, both for the short term and long term for this vlog. This would be my first vlog for the year of 2017 for Business is Fun. And I'm sure if you're watching right now, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're, maybe just working day in and day out in your day job, and you plan to be in business one time, and I want to share to you this really great lesson that I've learned when I was driving 3 days ago with my best friend, Benedict. The funny part was when we were driving, we were like talking about, all right, we were like saying to each other, pare, another year ahead of us, another 2017. I don't know what we're gonna have for the next year. Not even sure what 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 would happen in my life over the next 365 days. And we were like talking about what do we really plan to do, what do we really want to have in our lives. And the first thing that really came to our minds was we really want to retire early. And when you say retire early, that means that we don't want to just wake up every day and work, do business. Sometimes it bores you. And I was like thinking, and we asked each other, at what age do we want to retire? And I'm just gonna share to you how that conversation went. And so when we were talking about retirement, and I know deep inside that I really wanted to retire at the age of 40 years old, and that's a little early for some of us, but I really do feel that I want to retire at 40. I want to do things that I want to do. Maybe impact change in the world, or create something, help do some charity work. I don't know yet, but as far as work is concerned, as far as my business is concerned, I wanted to just keep on running without really having me at the helm and overseeing things. So as far as retirement is concerned, that's my target year. 40 years old. And pretty much for Benedict, it was also the same. We wanted to retire at 40. So the thing that came to our minds was, if we retire at 40, and if we're given like another 10 years in life, or another 60 years in life, and I've read that there was a research that the average lifespan for people now is just really 65 years old. If you hit 65, you should be grateful. If you reach 70, you've already reached your quota. 80, you're really blessed. So to live that long, but 65, that is so. if I want to retire at 40, that means that I have 25 more years, at least I'm estimating 25 more years to live in this world and make a change and make a difference in the world. But with that comes the part of money, finances. So we were like talking and we were like discussing, all right, Pare, if we retire at 40 years old, dude, how can we sustain the lifestyle that we have now for the next 25 years when we're earning the same? And I think it all boils down to how much do we really spend every year. And I know that, I'm going to tell you this. I think that if I'm going to have an average of an average annual spend of 1 million pesos every year, that means that even if I retire, even if I'm not working anymore, I should still have 1 million to spend for the next 25 years. And how do I go about doing that? So we were like doing this quick math, and I was like telling my buddy that, hey man, I think if I earn 10 million pesos per year, that would be enough to cover, starting today, if I earn, starting 2017, if I earn 10 million pesos every year, that will already be enough for me to retire by the age of 40. Because by then, I'm already 33. That means that I'm going to have, if I start earning 10 million pesos every year, and I'm only spending 1 million every year until I reach 40, that's 7 million that I need to earn, to secure, and the rest would be savings. So 10 times 7 years, that's $70 million that I should have earned over the span of 7 years. And minus the 7 million that I'm going to be spending yearly off of that, so that's going to be 63 million. I'm going to have 63 million pesos in my bank account. But the thing is, when I retire by 40, I don't think that I'm going to be, I need just 1 million per year. That's 25. If I do the math, I'm going to have at least roughly around 40 million pesos still left. Unless the Lord wants to give me an extra 40 years in my life, then I'm going to consume all of those 70 million. But realistically speaking, I don't think that I need any more than that. So the question that came to our minds after thinking about those numbers was that, all right, dude, you've already set your goals. You already know what you need in order for you to retire at an early age of 40. But the thing is, how do you earn 40 million pesos, 70 million pesos in the next 7 years? And it was just a number. So I was thinking, all right, yeah, I think that really makes sense. How do I do that? Well, there are a few options that you can have, and we were like thinking, who are the people that earns this much? First thing that came to our minds are athletes, world-class athletes, right? LeBron James earns around $60 million every year in his contract and endorsements and all that stuff, right? Or celebrities, right? You can be a celebrity, you can be an actor or an actress, because we've seen Robert Downey Jr. earn $53 million in a year. Or maybe you can be a top grade professional, like a good neurosurgeon or a great doctor or something like that. You probably earn you that much on professional fees alone, or a great architect or a great engineer. And I was like, while we were discussing that, we looked at the reality. I'm already 33 years old. I'm 33 years old. There's no way in hell that I'm going to be a great athlete anymore. In order for me to earn $70 million, 70 million pesos in the next 70 years. So that's already scratched off the book. I don't think that I'm going to stand a chance of becoming an actor. So that would be something that, probably is off the books also. And then I realized, okay, maybe I got a chance to become a top grade professional, but if I study another 5 years, that's like wasting another 5 years. Maybe it limits and extends my retirement time. And that's where the idea of going into business comes into play. I think my option right now is either I become a good, great businessman or a good investor or an investor. Basically, those are the two options that I have now at this age. So I was like thinking, sometimes it makes me want to give up what I'm doing because I haven't reached that level yet where I feel like the things that I earn would suffice for my early retirement target. But at the end of the day, I was thinking, if I go back and stop what I'm doing today, I'm actually pressing the reset button. And there's no problem pressing the reset button, ladies and gentlemen. I think everybody just can do that if their heart tells them to do so. But at the end of the day, it's just a matter of pushing through. And that's why my theme for 2017 is resiliency. I'm gonna be resilient. I know that I'm already put in a place, in the right place, doing the business, doing the thing that I love. Right now, I've already fallen in love with business. In business, I love my business. I love what I do. I love talking to people who do business, learn from them, and really just pursue being a top grade entrepreneur. I'm investing on myself, and that's my goal for 2017. Now, I'm sharing this to you because maybe you also came to that point where you're doing business and you feel like you want to give up. That's fine because everybody starts feeling that way too. I've had those feelings myself, and I've struggled whether um, making that decision whether I want to push through, just strive harder, or I just want to give up, press the reset button, maybe go back corporate because I know that's really where my background is. But I'm already here. Now, if I really want to retire early and spend more time with my family, I think my business is the key. I can invest money anytime in between those 7 years that I've already set for myself. So think about that. Think about that. If you're an entrepreneur right now, if you are in business and you feel like giving up, don't. Because there's 365 days for you this year, 2017, to assess whether you're going to be successful for the next 5, 10, 20 years. Right? So with that, I hope I get you guys to think about the life ahead of us. Most importantly, look back and assess what you're going to be doing today is at least something that's going to give something of value, whether to the people around you, to your family, to your community. Because when you give something of value, they say the money will come anyhow. Happy New Year, everyone, and thanks for watching the CEO's Corner. Business is fun. Remember that. You can always tune in and subscribe to that channel that you see there on YouTube. You feel that this content is good enough. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.